man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
So, I watched the John Wick franchise to get ready for the 4th movie in this franchise. So, before we start, I want to thank everyone that supported my channel by watching the shorts I upload almost every day and for waiting for a full-length video that I last uploaded a half a year ago. So, without further ado, let's continue. So, last weekend I sat on my couch thinking about puppies, and I went, why not watch a dog movie? Seems fun. So I caught my dog and searched through Netflix to find these puppy movies. Okay, Benji, Popstar, The Secret Life of Pets, Pick of the Litter, what? John Wick, Pets, wait, what? John Wick is a dog movie? How is this a dog movie? Oh well, I am terribly sorry that you had to witness that, Rose. P.S. I don't really have a dog. But shit, this is a movie about a guy that gets his dog killed and he goes on a rampage. Okay, great idea to make a franchise. Okay, to explain shortly, this guy, John Wick, is an assassin, a very very strong and indestructible assassin. And a few years ago, before the events of this movie, he retires to marry a woman named Helen. And well, Helen was his everything, so when she gives him a dog as a last birthday gift before she dies, he loves it to bits. And when a group of people break in his house to steal his car, and they also had to kill the dog. The dog! You people deserve to die. But yeah, John's dog dies and that was the final strike, and he goes on a rampage to kill this teen that killed his dog, named Joseph or something. And his dad, Vigo. What kind of name is Vigo? Okay, it sounds cool. So really, after we thought Keanu Reeves was done with action movies after The Matrix, we were terribly wrong, because oh boy, he was just getting started. This movie is amazing. The action sequences are literally amazing and unrealistic. Just a bit though. Just a bit. No need to think about that other franchise. Yeah. Just sit back. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't have friends. I got family.
So then at the end, after his final showdown with Vigo and this man, he finds a pet shelter to get a new dog. And I really hope this one doesn't go away in the 4th one, because well, we've pretty much seen John just suffer so much that it's hard to see him suffer again. John's been way through too much. So this movie I've rated 4 out of 5 stars. It really is a good action movie starring Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane, Lance Reddick, rest in peace, Willem C. And wait, Willem Dafoe is in this? So overall, I enjoyed the movie, and well, this is a great introduction for a character that will be one of the biggest action characters for the next decade or more. So, next movie. John Wick 2. Wow. This might be my favorite from the first 3 movies. After he succeeded in killing Joseph and Vigo, John goes with Vigo's brother to get his car. Now, how crazy is that? This movie takes place 4 days after the first. He got crashed by multiple cars and got shot multiple times and still went to Vigo's brothers to get his car back. His car. Yeah, it's a good car and memories, but putting yourself in all this trouble for it? Okay. I think this was unnecessary. They could have kept the car chase scene for another part of the movie, but I guess it's still cool. But the real movie starts when a man called Santino D'Antonio comes to John's door, carries this thing called like a marker where John made a blood oath, and it's like a I helped you so you owe me now situation. And I guess John asked for help to this guy and now he owes Santino. So he wants to murder his sister so he could be part of this thing called the High Table that controls this whole assassin universe thing. And of course, because John's retired, he declines. But little does he know, Santino takes this seriously and blows up his whole entire damn house. Now, we know John is a person that doesn't stop until vengeance is served. So now we know that Santino is up. John goes to the Continental, a hotel where it's really like this base for assassins. And I forgot to say that in the last movie, but he drops the dog off there, and phew, the dog is safe for the rest of the movie. We did it. John's not losing another dog. So, because of all of this, he decides to accept the job. goes to Rome and kills this guy's sister right away. I swear, the choreography of all these action sequences from the first to the third, and I really hope to the fourth, is so amazing. After he kills her, Santino betrays him, well, technically, by making him excommunicado and has a $7 million prize on his head. Now this is where everything really starts. It's gonna be really fun starting from here. The montage of John Wick killing people after that are wicked, pun intended. He kills 2 guys with a pencil. The stories are true and frightening. The montage is everything. It's just so cool looking at John killing these 3 guys in 3 separate rounds. And yeah, it's just so cool. And then he goes into this like some glass maze where he thinks Santino is and kills all of Santino's people, that assassin girl. But Santino escapes to the Continental and John finds him and kills him inside the Continental, which is another rule broken, while being watched by Winston, like the owner and leader of the Continental. By rule, you cannot kill people or do business such as this assassin business in the Continental, and that makes him excommunicado with a price of now $14 million on his head. Who wouldn't want $14 million? And the movie ends with him running with his dog with an hour until people start hunting for him. I really like this movie, and it rated 4.3 out of 10 stars. Overall, this movie is a step up from the last, and it builds the story for the next 2 movies. I think this story, just like the idea for this movie is just really cool. John is running away from millions, maybe, of assassins around the world. Everyone's trying to find him from everywhere in the world. So, now to the next movie, Parabellum. Now, for this movie, I can't decide whether this is better or worse than the first one. Not saying any of these movies are bad, because actually with every installment, the Rotten Tomatoes rating just gets higher and even better. This movie takes place just a few seconds, I think it's like a few minutes, if not even just a few seconds from the last one, where John Wick is still running with his dog with an hour left until his hunt is active. He and his dog go through a lot, the way to the library. The dog just gets picked up by a taxi and gets dropped off at the Continental and again is finally safe. No more losing dogs, John. And John arrives at the library to get like a ticket for this woman, and maybe this woman like owes him. Maybe, I guess. This tall guy comes to John and fights him. And the hunt for him hasn't started yet, but he's like, I don't care, this is gonna start anytime soon. And then he gets his neck snapped by a book. So there are really consequences for messing with Wick. This movie I feel is a bit confusing at first, because when you think about it, because he's going through levels to get to his achievement, and that ballerina scenes are just confusing at first for me. So it's like levels to get to the thing that he finally is looking for this whole movie. So first, he goes to the library to that ballerina place. I'm sure there's a spin-off of this, and yeah, it's releasing in 2024. And then he goes to Casablanca and going to its Continental and finding Sophia, played by Halle Berry. She truly is amazing. Then finding the guy that knows about the Elder and killing and fighting his men, and goes to the desert, finds the Elder, cuts his finger as a form of respect, and gives him his ring in exchange for advice. That was a mouthful. Thinking about some parts here, the ballerina part was pretty interesting and is very spin-off worthy. And a lot of things are also spin-off worthy as well, like the Bowery King and Halle Berry's character as well. That's so interesting as well. And then there's this adjudicator character that gets the Bowery King, Lawrence Fishburne's character, and Winston to step down from their jobs, and because they helped John, I guess. Winston didn't do anything after John killed Santino in the Continental. and Lawrence Fishburne gave him a weapon at the end of the second movie. So now they are excommunicado as well. Just the Adjudicator gives them a chance to live. Now, the last action sequence of the movie, John goes back to the Continental and fights all these people, including these Japanese guys that use swords and Indonesians using martial arts. I really am proud. But this action sequence goes through levels, from the minions to even stronger minions to the boss. And finally, when he's done, John goes to the balcony and finds Winston with the Adjudicator, and as a form of exchange, Winston shoots John Wick of a goddamn building, so he could still be this leader of the Continental. And Wick is still alive after that. This just becomes much more unrealistic. But well, it's not as bad as that one. Yeah, just don't think about that. We're doing a Wick video, not that one. So John gets scared by the Bowery King's people, and he's still alive. I hope the next movies become more realistic, but overall, this movie got rated at 4.1 stars out of 10 because of out of 5. So this movie I've rated a 4.1 out of 10 stars because of all the action sequences that are amazing, and some films are great also, along with all of the characters. This movie I've rated a 4.1 out of 10 stars because of all the action sequences that are amazing, and some villains are great also, along with a lot of the characters that are spin-off worthy. So yeah, I like this movie. So after a whole adventure from someone killing John's dog to him falling down a building, this franchise has gone a long way. I think Rose is doing better now. Again, I don't have a dog. A lot of people are saying the fourth movie is still the best of the franchise, and oh, am I excited. There are a lot of new characters such as Donnie Yen's character, Bill Skarsgård, and even more. But I don't know if I'm gonna be watching this fourth movie in the theaters, but I'll try. I'll really try. But for now, I'm just excited to see what amazing stunts, action sequences John Wick is going to do and get to go through in the next one. So thank you guys for watching this video, and please watch my next video. It's going to be great.